Hey all you dozens of viewers out there. Today I'm extra excited. And do you want to know why? Because I received a box in the mail. And I suppose that's not like that different from normal, but it kind of is for me. Because what's inside this box is my very first ever Poppy Parker doll from Integrity Toys. And I'm really excited because I've always wanted one. I never really knew how to procure one. The only time I would see a Poppy Parker doll is when I was casually searching on eBay, and she would always cost like $500. And so I signed up for the W Club this year. It's my first time, obviously. And this doll was one of the sign-up dolls. It's the pink Poppy Parker. And I loved her obviously because she was pink and poppy, but she also comes with like a dog accessory. These are like my favorite things, hello. So I'm gonna start opening the outer packaging here. I obviously have not even looked at this yet. I just got it from the downstairs and came right up here, and I started filming this video because I'm so excited. So I don't know like any of the Integrity lingo and stuff, so I'm like just saying words obviously. But this isn't the only doll I got with my W Club membership. There was another Poppy Parker. Here's a photo of her. This is like 99% my perfect doll. The only thing that would have made this doll my 100% perfect doll is if that doll had white go-go boots in the style of the Caress ones with the cutout. And they have done those shoes before, so they probably won't do them again. But that would be my ideal doll. So look forward to that. I bought her kind of recently though, so it's probably gonna be a while until I get her. When did I order this doll? Probably like December? Maybe January, around that time. And it's just arriving to me now in August. There's a little bit of a wait on that. It's not as bad as ball jointed dolls. And this was one you drop like 50 bucks or something up front. Oh, there's so many boxes and boxes. You drop like 50 bucks up front, then you pay the rest later. So she had been saved for since that time. And her total retail price is a great question. I'll drop that on the screen because I don't remember. It was in the hundreds, but it didn't quite make it to 200. And here's this interior box. This is great because I did finally open my Mercari shop. It is linked down below, of course. Also linked down below is my like friend code. If you're not signed up for Mercari and you would like to be, if you click on this link, we both, I think, get a sign up bonus, or maybe it's just me, I'm not sure. If you want to help me out, please do. Wow. What I was saying, got distracted by the doll, and what I was saying was these boxes are great for shipping. Anyway, here's what I'm looking at. Very, 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 very beautiful. I feel like the display is gorgeous, obviously. The box is very chic. It's pink and green, dripped in plastic, hello. Let's have a look at that. And there's a nice little window. You can see the doll on the inside. Each side looks as so. It's got some green and pink patterning on it with pretty little bows tying it up. The back looks like this. It says Poppy Parker, the new girl in New York. I guess that's the name of the doll. I didn't remember. I just call her the pink Poppy Parker. New York City is just a couple-hour plane flight from the Midwest. But for 1960s teenager Poppy Parker might as well be in a different universe. She is traded hanging out in the local malt shop and school dances for the glamorous life of a teenage fashion model in the Big Apple. I love this. I love her lore. I literally never knew it. I figured she was from the 60s because she's always dressed like the 60s, but she's from the Midwest, everybody. You can take the girl out of the Midwest, but you can't take the Midwest out of the girl. Under her fashionable hair, perfect makeup, and fancy couture clothes, Poppy is just a simple girl. Will she be able to dazzle the city that never sleeps? So far, the answer is yes. Well, she's dazzling me, and I'm in New York, so I guess absolutely. I'm untying the little bows. Maybe I should do it like this, like a proper doll tuber. The only other like from Integrity Toys doll that I ever bought was the Trixie Mattel doll. And she was like a mass market one, like anybody could buy her, which is nice. But this is like a W Club exclusive doll, I do believe. Like, I don't know, because I'm not like up on the whole Integrity Toys thing, if I'm honest. So the cover comes off. And here's a better look at the absolutely stunning doll inside of her packaging. And let's see what it's like to unbox this thing, shall we? I'd rather not ruin it, as she is the first and not the last. Everything's taped to the sides. here's the thing. I'll pull it out in a second. Here's the thing. And I've heard that the quality of these dolls is outstanding and better than anything I'll ever experience. And I believe that. Like, I do have Integrity Toys dolls in my collection, but they're either older dolls or I bought them nude off of eBay. So I've never really, other than the Trixie Mattel doll that I rarely play with, she's still in the box, I haven't really experienced the Integrity Toys experience. Here's the thing. So I'm excited to like know like what all the fuss is about. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? And we are looking at like a high price point. So we expect quality, and so far like what I'm like visually seeing looks worth it to me. Of course, I feel like my opinion on doll pricing is kind of skewed upwards because of my ball jointed doll collecting. Like, I see a $50 to $100 beautiful Playline doll and I'm like, cheap. That's like not true, you know? Because I've paid $1,200 for a doll before that was completely blank and naked. So it's just like, there's like a mind game that happens with me and the pricing of stuff. Oh my gosh, she comes with flat-footed legs. I love that. I might be stupid, but I don't see another way to get this stand stick out other than cutting the box. I just ripped the box and I'm sad. It's fine, we're just gonna cut it. I wish I had cut it from the beginning because I ripped it. Stand stick. And now for the doll herself. Oh, there's more stuff back here. I mean, this is a luxury doll brand. Obviously, they're collector dolls, but they're also like luxury. And so far, this is a pretty luxurious experience. Like, I'm having a nice, luxurious time. So far, none of the packaging has been egregious. The box is really nice. I'm just trying to remove her stand base right now. Ugh, there it is. What I found back here was more things, and this to me is so funny. It's like a little box for the dog, and it says Pinky Parker on it, so it's like branded for the dog itself, and then there's a photograph of the dog. I mean, absolutely hilarious. And then of course, there is the COA for the doll. And now I'm removing the doll finally from the box. And it looks like she's just kind of tied with a few strings. I just released a few things and a few threads. And I think I have the doll pretty much out of the box. What a delight. That's a delight. That's how you package a doll, especially a collector doll. And my box is like a little worse for the wear, but it's not that bad. Let's start with the accessories. And the first thing I want to start with is this stupid paper accessory because I'm obsessed with it, okay? It's the dog box like I just showed you. But this is so camp to me and I love that, okay? First of all, here's the portrait of the dog. And I love that it's a literal photograph of the scrappy little fellow we get in the box, okay? It's a pink dog. I don't know what breed this is. It's fluffy, obviously. And I love that it has two pink little paw prints, like absolutely 10 on 10, hilarious work. And then there's its little carrying box, which you put together yourself, very simply, I assume. And it will attach. Let's get the dog out so we can see it inside because I'm obsessed with this. Does it have a body? Yeah, it does. I can't really find the parts, but this thing, like, it's hilarious, first of all. It kind of reminds me of like the OG Barbie dogs that looked like very off and sort of cartoony, but like also like they're so a vibe. Same vibe for me. What is this, like a Shih Tzu maybe? I don't know. It has like monkey ears. I'm obsessed with it, okay? So his hair is pulled up into like a little ponytail on the front, which has a bow on it. Camp. It has like monkey ears, not sure why. Maybe some of this hair goes along with the ears, I don't know. But it's got a little black embroidered nose and mouth. It's got little beads for eyes. And then it's got like a full beard and very, very long fur. I can't tell where the body parts are. I think these are legs. There's like, I don't know. Like, honestly, it feels like it has a body under there, but I wouldn't be able to find it. Fully covered in pink hair. The campiest dog we've ever seen. We love her. She's an icon. What was her name again? I immediately forgot. Pinky Parker, of course. And I feel like if you wanted to display Pinky Parker in your little box here, you'd have to stuff the other side of the box that Pinky doesn't pink out of because she keeps falling backwards. There she is. That's a point of note. It's adorable. I'm obsessed with it. We're gonna put Pinky to the side for now. We're gonna put her little portrait inside the box as well so it doesn't get lost. All right, next, let's see what the stand is like. It's got a heavy acrylic base, I can already tell. Heavy acrylic base, white, shiny, not matte, and it's got Poppy Parker written on it in silver, and then it's got a portrait of Miss Poppy herself over here, and that's really nice. It's a very nice collector base. It's heavy, it feels sturdy. Love it. And the stand stick is unfortunately a saddle, which isn't my favorite. It's telescopic though, so it'll raise and lower, so you can put your taller dolls on there too, which is nice. That's stunning, that's gorgeous. I never know which way they're supposed to go. Is the curved part the crotch or the butt? I don't know. I'm just gonna shove it in and we'll find out later. Okay, so the next thing here is legs. I love when dolls come with other body parts, and this is really convenient because should I ever want to change her outfit and put her in flat shoes, we've got that option. So that I'm assuming they just pull off and snap on like any other doll with separate legs. They have a point of articulation at the knee and also the foot, which is super nice. And these do have little painted toenails. There's paint on there. Is it on the actual toenails? Probably not. And for the amount of money that I paid for it, I would want the paint on the toenails. The other nice thing about this foot, as you can see, is it has a split in the toe, so she can wear like sandals that go between the toe, and that's some fancy shit like ball jointed dolls do. So that's nice. But I wish the paint was a little bit more precise. More body parts, and it is extra hands. Those have the same color pink as the toenails, but these ones look very nice, and the sculpt of Interpreted Toys hands are like unmatched. Look at the sculpting, look at the detail, absolutely gorgeous. Next accessory, here we go, we're getting into the accessories. Is a tiny little purse. Look at it, it is fucking precious. Okay, it's got a little silver chain on it, hardware. It's metal, cold to the touch. There's also a clasp detail on it. That's also the same silver, feels cold to the touch. Does this thing open? I don't think it does. No, it is literally just an accessory, and I feel like that's fine because they're not really meant to be played with. I would like to play with mine because I do like to play with dolls, but that's fine. She doesn't need to have a purse that you can play with. This is fabric. It is a fabric purse. It feels like it's wrapped around some sort of like board, and it makes for a beautiful, very high-end looking nice finish on that purse. It's like a satin material. Next accessory, we've got shoes. Oh my god, shoes. All right, and what we're looking at here is a full fabric shoe, as should be expected for a doll of this caliber, but it's made of the same satin as the purse. The interior has a pink insole in it that matches the exterior, which is a very fancy insole. The inside is sort of just white. Almost looks like an interfacing, like a heavyweight one. It's stitched there in the back, and then it has got just a nude sole on the bottom. Heel is just painted pink. It's different from the rest. That's a nice high quality shoe. Stunning. Obviously there are two of those. We've got one more fabric piece here, and it's a fancy fur. She's gonna look great with this girl. I'm gonna have to do some rearranging over here. Whoa. That's soft. Sure is that soft again? No. All right, so this is her first doll. It is extremely soft. It feels nicer than any doll fur I've literally ever touched, okay? Look at the quality of it. It looks beautiful. It's got little like foxtails hanging off of it, and those foxtails are like put on with beads. Like, are you kidding? They're silver and see-through, and there's like other little silver jewelry details on there like that. Oh my god, absolutely stunning. Never really experienced anything like it, if I'm honest. And then the interior, of course, is fully lined in the same beautiful satin as all the rest. And when I'm saying satin, it's like a high quality one. It feels extremely nice and soft. This is a beautiful piece. And the last thing is the jewelry set, and I wanted to wait till last so we can just stick it on her so I don't lose any of it. Is that a fucking ring? Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that's amazing. Okay, okay, okay. Everybody needs to just calm down. Let's start with this bracelet. Is that metal? Cold to the touch. This is a metal doll bracelet, okay? It's encrusted with gems, and the gems are a transparent and a pink. The metal is silver, and it's just like an extravagant bejeweled cuff bracelet. Oh, she's got a short nail hand and a long nail hand. I'm gonna immediately switch that to the long nail hand. And her little wristlet here came off, and I'm gonna leave that off because I plan to display her and I don't want her in that. So she's immediately getting the long nail hands, okay? Because she's a glamazon and she deserves to have a long pointy nail. The next piece of jewelry, which is also metal, are these beautiful earrings. There's a little floral gem design at the top. It's got some clear gems and a pink one. There's a dangle off the earring. Stop moving for a second. And that also has pink and clear gems. And that moves in a beautiful, natural way. And that's also made of the same silver. Oh my God, she's so freaking pretty. Like, are you kidding me? And the last thing here that I feel like I could potentially lose immediately is the ring. I feel like it's giant for the scale of the doll. It has a giant pink square stone in it, and that's also the same silver as everything else. Does it fit certain fingers better than others? Like, does she want to wear it on the middle one? I'm gonna take the ring off for now because I feel like it could fall off and I'll never find it again. We'll put it back on her at the end for display. I'm gonna go ahead and remove her hairnet here so we can get a closer look at the doll. All right, so here we go. This is the doll. This is what she looks like, okay? I can't see because I'm not wearing glasses and I'm staring into the viewfinder right now and I'm looking at just the silhouette. It's giving me like freaking Mars attacks, okay? I love the silhouette of this doll. It looks so good to me. And it's not like the moddiest of the mod look. It's kind of like a more like older upscale 1960s look. Like, I had a dream once that I was like some politician's wife and we were at some sort of event in a fancy hotel and I was wearing a dress very similar to this one in the dream, and my hair was similar to this, more politician's wifey, but you know, you get it, you know what I mean. It wasn't pink is what I'm saying. The vibes are immaculate here. We're gonna start by talking about the hair and the hairstyle. She does have a few strays, which I'm gonna just wet and mash into the rest after this video. But she has a beautiful, like almost, it's pulling more fluorescent almost on camera than it actually is, but it is a bright pink hair and it's gorgeous, and I believe that they use saran hair, and it's hard to tell for me because there's so much product in it, which this time I will not be washing out. It is in this really intricate updo. She's got a little bump here. It's pulled back into a high po. As you can see, that high po has a little hair wrap here, and it's just got a little flip at the bottom. Very 60s, very stunning, very gorgeous. Okay, just incessant sirens. It's been really bad over the past few days. I don't know what's going on around here, but like it's incessant. It does not stop. You get 5 minutes of spare time and then all of a sudden there's another one. That's a fire engine. There have been a lot of those recently too. They're fires. Like, what else do the fire people do there? I feel like they're always just riding around honking on their horns. I'm like, you can't hear the sirens? I can hear those sirens from 7 miles away. Why do you need to honk the horn? What is that achieving? What is it achieving? That's my question. What is it achieving? Like, if the people aren't moving, they're not moving because they can't hear you. They're moving because they're either assholes and don't feel like it, or they can't because of traffic. Make it make sense. There was a period where I used to walk to work and I would pass by the fire station every single day. We were stopped on the sidewalk because they had to leave the fire station at that very moment. And I'm like, there can't be an emergency every day at this time, right? This has to be like their joyride time. And it's holding me up from getting to work. I eventually just stopped going that way. I've literally been sitting here for 2 minutes, not even joking. I'll have to redo the whole freaking face. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying. That's an ambulance. Do you like that I can identify them by their sirens? Because that's how often I hear them. I've been filming for almost 40 minutes and gotten nothing done. Have not spoken about the doll for 2 seconds. Coming on down to her absolutely beautiful face. I love the Poppy Parker face. It's probably one of my favorite doll faces of all time. I just feel like the sculpt is very 60s, but also, of course, the way they screen it is very 60s, and because that's one of my favorite eras, She's always gorgeous to me. So this one has some sort of blonde shade cool tone eyebrows with a couple of little painted hairs in them. Then her eye makeup, which is so 60s to me, has a gray cut crease that gives the eye like a lot of lift. And then that gray blends underneath the eye. As you can see, she's got a sort of purple tone on the lid, which is interesting. I wonder if it's supposed to be pink. It looks purple to me in any and all lights. Interesting that they gave her like sort of a contrasting color on the eyes. And then she's got a really thick black winged eyeliner, which is so 60s and stunning. She's got little bottom lashes, and then she's got some 3D lashes glued on there, which gives a beautiful sort of false eyelash effect, which is perfect for the time period. She's got beautiful rosy cheeks, and that blush looks so good. Look at it. Are you kidding? Are you freaking kidding? And then she's got a very sort of purple toned pink lip, which I like. I like these sort of like varying tones of pink and purple on her. I think it's really unique and fun. Of course, she's wearing the earrings, which looks stunning on her. But let's come on down to the shining glory, in my opinion, of this doll is this dress, okay? It's beautiful. It's made out of this beautiful like shimmery brocade, and that brocade has a very 60s style floral pattern in it with some polka dots. And the contrast of the different shimmers is very, very beautiful. The background of the dress is one style of shimmer, and the florals have a different kind of shimmer, and they're also kind of a different color. A little bit warmer, a little bit cooler on the background. The dress had 2 cutouts in the side, like so, which are very cute and 60s. It has a little bow at the center, and then there's like one strip of fabric that carries on down to the maxi. Well, it's sort of an ankle length maxi skirt, and it's very, very pencil shaped. Like she can't really walk in this, but there is a little vent back there to help her out. This dress is fully lined, as you can see. It's not in like the amazing satin though. It's just like a regular sort of lining fabric that you traditionally see on like a mass market coat. The closures are little loops that are crochet loops. I don't know that they're crocheted, but they're little loops and hooks that go into those loops that are hand sewn on, as you can see. That, my friends, is how you do a closure on a collector doll. And the top has the same type of closures on it, as you can see. Very, very, very nice. Underneath, she is wearing a stocking. Great. She's got little plastic knee things to keep her knees from bending. How do I get that off? Is there tape? I'm assuming that like protects the joints and shipping, but I want to be able to pose her so I don't walk this. And there is what an Integrity Toys body looks like. So Integrity Toys dolls are about a ½ inch taller than Barbie, making her 12 inches. This is just a standard Barbie. So we've got about 12 inches of height here. And obviously it's a very aesthetically pleasing body. And here's a close-up on it. Like there's a beautiful collarbone detail, beautiful ab and sort of rib details here. She does have. And this doll does also feature many articulated points, and how do those points function? There's her forward tilt, there's her back tilt. I think Barbie actually has better head mobility. She's got a little bit of side to side. She's got, that's a 180 shoulder extension, unlike Barbie. She does have a single jointed elbow. Very good wrist articulation, like more than a normal human. I have hypermobile wrists, so me and Poppy Parker are the same. There's a chest joint that functions on a side to side and a forward and back. Lovely. She's got leg rotation, which is quite good, and I think she could go further if she weren't wearing these tights. She's got a 90-degree sit, but she's pretty sway backed. If you move her forward all the way on the chest joint, it looks like she's sitting at 90. And then a single jointed knee, but it looks like it goes slightly past 90, which is nice. And there's no articulation on these high-heeled feet, but there is articulation on the flat feet, which is nice. I'm gonna get her all dressed up in all of her clothes and accessories, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. And here is Miss Poppy Parker all dressed up and on her stand. I'm gonna display her something like this, because I think it shows off everything that she has in a really nice way. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about Pinky over here. little Pinky Parker. I like love the box. I don't know that I have space for it, but it's like so camp. Maybe we can make some space. But either way, this doll came in just under $200. A hefty fee to join the W Club. So if you're buying a doll or two a year, it's like kind of worth it. But in my opinion, because like I love Poppy Parker and I've always wanted one, and this girl is so absolutely stunning and the quality has blown me away, it's been worth it for me. Like I've never seen quality like this on a doll like this. Like my BJDs are different because they are artist dolls, and I feel like this is kind of giving the same quality and vibe, even though she's like generally smaller and not made of resin, you know what I mean? Like this is an extremely high quality doll. I don't know, again, it's hard for me to say because like money and dolls for me is all, the baseline is a ball jointed doll, which are extremely expensive. Overall, I'm extremely impressed with the quality and like the general experience and the doll, and I love having this face in my collection. I'm absolutely floored by how beautiful she is, and I really love her so much. And technically in this Barbiecore Pink, she's coming for Barbie's game, so you know, love that for her. So if you made it this far in the video, put that smiley face with like the money eyes and the tongue out down in the comment section below, because I feel like this is money well spent for me. Thank you for being the real ones. So for me, Poppy, and Pinky here, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We're gonna go ahead and get her all set up in the display, and we hope you have a wonderful time. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye.